Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Draw It To. My name's Ramny, and this is another episode of Mini How to Draw. Before we begin, I just want to say a few things. As usual, what you guys need is a pencil, an eraser, any type of white paper, and black ink pen so you can ink afterwards. As you're watching this tutorial, remember that you can pause at any time so you can catch up on your drawings. We all draw at different speeds, so find a pace that works for you and stick to it. And also, if your drawings look a little different than mine, that is completely fine as well. So having said all of that, let's get to the tutorial. As you guys can see, I've got my paper here in portrait mode, and we're going to be drawing Yugi Muto in pretty much up to the waist. So we're going to go up to here. So let's get started. And first thing I'm going to do is figure out the face. And I'm going to draw it right here. And I'm going to draw a circle about this big. Actually, right here. Now, you want to leave some room up at the top because Yugi has some pretty crazy big hair. So you want to make sure that you have some room for that. Okay, so now that you've got that, let's find the chin, and I'm going to first figure out where the center is going to be. It's going to be right here, and I'm going to draw a line going across like this, and this is going to be for his eyes, and his mouth is actually going to, his nose comes here. I'm going to find a spot right here. I'm going to bring it down to there. Okay, I'm going to go a little lower, and this is going to be where the chin is going to be. So let me zoom in on that. So here's the chin, and I'm going to bring a line going this way. And I'm going to draw a line going this way as well, and then up. Okay, so the chin is sort of still center, but then Yugi is going to be facing this way. All right. Here's the bottom of the ear. I'm just going to leave that there, and here's the bottom of the other ear right there. Okay, so we've got this. Let's draw the eyes. So I'm going to draw a line going down like that on that side, about that far from the line. And on this side, I'm going to draw a line going down this way. And of course, Yugi's eyes, compared to Yami Yugi, Yugi's eyes are a lot bigger, and they're not as mean looking. So we got to reflect that in our drawings. Let's draw two lines going down right here and right here. So we've got these L shapes. And right here, we're going to round it like this. It's like that. And the other one like this. So you notice that this eye is slightly smaller than this eye, and that is intentional. You want to do that on purpose because he's going to be turning. So his face, you'll see less of his face on this side because he's looking this way. Okay, I'm going to draw an oval right here at this corner, just an oval. And I'm going to do another oval right here. And you want to make that, you want to try to make it similar in size. And if this point reaches this point, that is fine. Okay, now right here, now you see how there's this gap right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little curve like that, and then a curve going down, and that is going to be for his nose. Okay, let's go back to the eye. And again, you want to do an oval, and you want that oval to be touching these edges right here, and same thing over here. And then we do one more oval. And one more right here. All right, it kind of looks weird right now, so let's create this triangle right here is going to be part of the reflection of the eye. And we'll do the same thing on this side right here. And then we're going to darken this. Yu-Gi-Oh, of course, has some nice purple eyes, matches well with his hair. Okay, so there's that. So we've got that. Let's darken the edges of the eyes because it sort of gives him a bit of an eyeshadow look, and that's part of the design for Yugi is he's got some eyeshadow. There you go. Now you don't want to make this one dark, you want to leave that one light, but darken the other sides of the eye. There you go. From here I'm going to draw a line going out like this, and a line going out like that. Okay, now we go back to this line right here, and we're just going to make a smile that looks like that. So that's Yugi's face. Let's fix it up. There you go. Now let's start to work on his hair. I'm going to draw a little line right here. This is going to be the hairline. So like this, it sort of follows the eyebrow, like this to the center, and then out again, like that. So there's that hairline. And then we're going to draw a line going from here. Actually, yes, from here, going down to here. Okay, and then a line going up like that. And then now we draw 2 lines going to the top right. What we're trying to do is pretty much try to make a lightning shape. And now that goes up, and then this goes up like that. And then it goes to his hairline like that. Okay, so that's one little thing of Yugi's hair. From here, I'm going to draw a line going out like this, kind of crossing the top of the eye there. You're touching it. So that means you might need to erase the eyebrow that we did initially. And then you want to go down, again, touching that eye. And you want to go down all the way up to where the chin is, right around there. I'm going to erase that side of the face now. And I'm going to find a spot right here, about this big. From there, I'm going to draw a line going down to this point. And then from here, I want to draw a line going this way. And then up like that. Okay, we'll figure out where that goes a little bit later on, but let's continue. Now let's go, okay, see along where the eye is, right here. You want to draw a line going down, and it goes down a little bit lower. And then from here, you want to find a spot up here. And you want to draw this curve, nice smooth curve to this point. Here, we go like this, and then we go up like that. Now let's go over here. Well, let's start right here, and we're going to draw a line going out like this. And then here, line going out, meeting that line, and it makes that little spike, hair spike right there. And then here, I'm just going to draw a line like that. Excuse me. Now find a point right here. We're going to make this one go across this way, like that. And then from here, you want to bring it to this point right here. So imagine a line going down towards this part of the jaw. You want to bring it down like this, like that. And here's the ear on that side. So there you go. Now from here, let's curve outward, but that far up. I'm going to erase this side of the face just to get a better idea of where we're going to lay out the hair. Now going back over here, I'm going to draw a line going down towards the eye, like this. And then once you reach the eye, you want to go out about this far. Okay, and then from there, you want to go to around right about here, like this. Okay, so now we can continue this ear, we can make it go up like that. And then here, we want to draw a little bit of the hair going down like this. Actually, you know what, let's make it a little bit more to the right, like that. Okay, so now from this point, you want to find a spot right here. Okay, and then you want to connect that to this point here. And then we're going to find the point right here. So coming from this point, you want to find this spot right here. You want to go up, and you want to close that off just like that. This should go straight up, like that. So you want to make this little curve that you did right here initially. So here's the hairline right here, and here's the eyebrow. Let's draw that back in. Inside that hairline, you want to draw these curves going out like this. That's just the hair going out from the center of the head, like just coming out from it. So just like that. Okay, now over here, I'll draw a line going down, stop right here, and then I find a point right here, just like that. And you want to find a point right here, a little bit higher up. There you go. And then we want to find this spot and close that off. So now you got that part of the hair. And over here, we can connect that. And since we got everything figured out, we can connect this part of the hair too. So this goes down, and then this one goes down as well. All right, so let's find his chin, and let's draw a line going down. That's his neck. And then from this point, we're gonna draw another line going down like this. That's also part of his neck. I'm gonna draw a shadow. So I'm gonna make that line a little thicker, just like that. Then from here, going down the neck, I want to find a spot right here, and I want to start making the hair. So the hair is going to be this huge thing that goes around his face. Let me zoom out so you guys can see it better. So from here, I want to find a spot right over here. So you kind of want to go up. You want to go through these points that you did here initially, and you want to go this way, like that. So we'll just draw that line right there. Now, what you want to do is you want to find a point right here, about that far from here. And from there, you want to create a triangle. Now it pays to know how your hair is going to go, and I think I've made this top a little too small because I think his hair is going to go a little bit bigger than that. So from here I'm going to create just an idea of how I want his hair, and from here it goes up like this. It looks a little weird right now, but now it kind of lets you figure out where you want to put those points in the hair. So from here, I want to bring it up to right around here, right here. So there's a curve. Now from here, I'm going to find a spot right here. Close that off. And then from this spot, I'm going to bring it all the way up to there. And then I want to go above the hair, this spot. I want to go a little bit above right here. And I go this way. And then I go down this way. And then I curve it to this point. Okay, and then I want to do the same thing over here. I want to go up like this, but I want to curve it so that it goes this way. There you go. I guess that wasn't too bad. I thought it was going to go past the page, but we managed not to do that. Okay, you've got that. You can erase the guideline. And there we've got Yugi's super thick, crazy, wild hair. Of course, this whole thing is going to be kind of pinkish, purplish, but we want to add some black accents to it. So we're going to create some triangles inside, and that's going to be colored in. I'm going to be coloring that in with my black later on. Okay, from here, from this point right here, you want to go up to around there. You want to go down this way, and then from here, I kind of want to go up again and then down like that. Okay, you go past this point, so you want to go past it, because what you want to do is you want to go up again that way, this way, like that. Now you guys notice that I'm trying to make it so that the spacing is not even throughout. So you'll notice here it's thicker, here it's narrow, here it's a little bit bigger, and here it's bigger, and here it's narrow. You want to keep it like that. You don't want it all to be even like this. You want to avoid that a little bit. Okay, now I touch this, and then from here, like that, and then I bring it to this point right here. So I want to bring it to this point. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do for Yugi's hair is we're going to find a point from here. We're going to go out to there, and then from here, just a little spike going out like that. That might be too much. Let's make it a little smaller than that. There you go. And you want to make this curve right here. Okay, and here just a little spike like that. And then this is all going to be filled in with black later on, so I'll be using my Sharpie. Like I said, it'll be colored black. Okay, now I think the last thing we're going to do for the face is the ear. From here I'm going to make this zigzag shape, like this. And then 2 lines going out. And then right here, a line going like this, curved line like that. And then 1 little line going down like that. And of course, I forgot about this one. Yugi's hair has some, I guess you could call them strands, but they're just lines going down. There's about 3, 4, 5 right there. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So that's Yugi's hair. Let's draw his body now. And let's continue with the neck. We're going to let the neck go down a little bit because we're going to draw his collar. And his collar goes this way, and it's about this wide. Okay. The buckle is shaped like a C, so you want to draw 2 lines going down like this. And this line you want to extend up. And then you want to make it go to the right like that. And then you want to close it like this. Okay, so that's what I mean by it looking like a letter C. Now let's draw the holes. 1, 2, 3 on that buckle. Must be really uncomfortable for him. There you go. I'm going to extend his neck going down a little bit more. And what I want to do is I want to create this thing right here. And this is going to be his, I guess you could call it the opening for his shirt. Right there. Now he's going to have a chain going down. That's going to be part of the Millennium puzzle. We're going to draw that later on. Okay, but now we've got the neck. We're going to draw 2 lines going down. Let's just try to draw it straight down. From there and from here, actually. Going straight down. Okay, now let's find his shoulders. So find where we have the collar, and we're just going to draw a line going down like this and down like this. Collar now. Okay, where the hair meets the neck, I'm going to draw a straight line going out. And the same spot right here on this side, I want to draw a line going out. About that big. Just in between the hairs there, if you've got that. And then I want it to go down. I want this one to go down as well. Okay, I'm going to draw another line right there and another line right here. And then I'm going to draw 2 triangles, one inside the other, like that. And another one right here. 1, 2. 1, 2, and one more. 1, 2. Now from here, where shoulders start, I'm going to draw a line, curved line going down like this. And I want to do the same thing over here, about that far. Okay. So you see you've got 2 lines going out now. This is going to be the shoulder, and this is going to be the collar. This one I'm going to make it small, and I'm going to make the shoulder go straight out like that. With this one, I'm going to make it go about this far, and then I'm going to make it go up like this. And this is going to be, I guess it's a shoulder blades or shoulder padding in his coat. Okay. And then what you want to do is you want to, from here, you want to draw a line going down, but slightly going narrow, because this is going to be his body now. From here, you want to draw it going down. So find a shape that looks just right for your Yugi drawing. This is his body, so you want to make sure it's proportional to his head. Now, of course, he's got a very slim body, so you want to try to make it skinny. And just draw that line going down. Okay. Now let's find about this distance from here to here. We're gonna draw the triangle for the Millennium puzzle. I think that's a good size. I think that's a good length. I'm just trying to picture it. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so you want to make this nice triangle right here. The upside down pyramid shape thing that he has. Okay, and then here I'm going to draw 2 circles, one inside the other. And then I'm going to draw right in the middle of that. I'm going to draw 1 circle that size and another one that big. Okay, we're going to make an eye out of that. So triangle right there, triangle right here. And then we're going to make an eye like that. And over here, like this. But what you want to do now is you want to make this little point, and this one sort of curves like that. Okay, you want to draw 2 lines going across over here. You want to split the top part and the bottom part. All right, let's draw a line right here, so it creates this tiny little triangle. And then here, I guess it's just a bunch of the pieces of the Millennium puzzle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 2 lines like that over here, and draw 2 lines like that over here, and then 2/3 of a triangle. So it makes these V's right in the corner. Okay, and then from here you want to create a rectangle right there. What I want to do now is I want to make 3 lines from here, and I want to bring it all the way up to here. And I want those lines to be narrow. Make that 4 lines. Sorry about that. Let's make that 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then same thing over here. So this one goes over. That's 4 lines going over this circle. And then there's 4 lines going underneath the circle. There you go. And you want those lines to kind of go around the neck. And I'll show you what to do with them later on. For now, let's just continue working on Yugi's body. So let's go over here. I'm going to erase this top part. And I'm going to erase this top part right there. Let's find this point right here, and let's connect it down like this. And then from here, I'm going to bring it down as well in a curve, just like that. So it goes down to here. Now over here, I'm going to find a point from here. I'm going to bring it up to the middle of this shoulder right here, like that. So that's going to be part of the seam for his jacket. And then from here now, I go out this way. That's his arm. And then his arm sort of goes out right here as well. So you want these two lines to be similar in distance and going the same direction. From the armpit point, I want to draw a line going across the arm like this. And then I want to make this shape right there. Okay, go back over here. Line going out like that. That's a wrinkle in the jacket. And then now I'm going to draw a line going down like this, right in between this little triangle here, just this line. And what I want to do is I want to create the folds, the jacket folds. There's one. And then from here, just go up like this. There you go. Now, right here, I want to go in like this. So that's like the waist part of the jacket. And then I want to go down. Now, going over here, I want to bring that down a little bit lower. So this is a little higher than this one right here. Just make this little triangle right there. And I just want to go up to there. And Yu-Gi-Oh's other arm is going to be behind him. So find a spot right here, and I'm going to draw this little sliver, a little sliver shape right there. And it goes up, and it makes the same kind of squarish shoulder as on the other side, like that. Okay, now I'm going to draw this going down. And I'm going to also continue this line going down like this, continue this line going down. And then right here, I kind of want to draw from here, draw a line going out like this. Okay, going down like that, and then out like this. Okay, now from this I want to continue down a little bit. And here I want to continue this going down. And then from here I want to create that little curve right there. Okay, now finally for Yugi's arm, I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to draw a curve going in like that. Okay, I don't go quite all the way, but what I want to do is I want to find this point, and I'm going to make a little elbow point like this, and then going down like that. Now over here, going out, back to the left, out slightly, a very, very tiny line, and then down like that. So this sort of gives the impression that he's got his hand in his pocket, but I'm not going to be drawing his hand in his pocket. And there's the end of the sleeve right there. And from here, up and down. Okay. There you go. Before we continue with the chain, what I want to do is I want to create the wrinkles inside Yugi's shirt. Let's go one right there, and one right here. Another one right here, like this. And one going down like this. And then going up like that. And one more going like this. Okay. And then from here, goes into the jacket like this. And then right here, fold like that. Okay, so there's Yugi's body. I think I made it a little too big, but that's okay. I didn't mean for Yugi to be this tall. All right, now we can concentrate on making the chains. And what I want you guys to do is focus on creating a pattern that looks like this. Let me zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to start somewhere in the middle so that you guys can see that pattern. And I'm going to start with a little rectangle in the middle. So you've got these 4 lines. You want to find the middle space, and you want to make a rectangle like that. Okay, you want to make it a little bit long, because now what you want to do, oh yeah, and don't forget you want to round off the corners. You don't want to make it like a sharp corners, because now what you want to do is you want to create a line going like this, and that's going to be part of the chain going down. So now I'm going to draw the same length triangles, one on this side and the other on this side. Okay, and then right here, I'll draw another chain link right there. I think it might be better if I make that one a little bit longer. But do you guys see the pattern that I'm creating right here? Okay, so here, always leave this overlap right here. So you see this point right here where there's an overlap that goes under, like the chain link sort of connects to each other right there. Okay, so you keep doing that until you reach the little hoop for the necklace. And then right here, you just drop 2 like that, and then a small one like that. Okay, so you just keep going. Now we're going to work our way up like that, and then here's that overlap, right? Like that. One more like that. One like this. Now you don't want to curve it, because if you're drawing this, the chain link is supposed to be, well, the chain link is supposed to be hard. So you want to always have these as straight lines. Okay. There you go. And later on, what you want to do is you want to go back to these single ones. These are the double ones. Let's go to the single ones, and you want to draw a line going in like that. So it just looks like, so it looks like this, right? So I'm trying to zoom. So when you got your chain link like this, there's one that looks like this, and you want to draw this little outside part, or this part right here. So this is pretty much what we've been trying to make. So that's what this is right here. It's the other side of that chain link. Okay, now let's continue on to the other side. You want to continue that same pattern. I'm going to go a little fast now because I'm just going to make it a little, I'm going to fix it up when I ink it later on. There you go, and you want it to go behind the neck, of course, just like that. And I think that's it, you guys. That is how you draw Yugi Muto from Yu-Gi-Oh! And that is all the time that we have. Thank you for watching this video to the very end. If you are proud of your drawings, I would love to see it. So please go to the Google Plus community and post your artwork there for all of us to enjoy. If you are curious about the equipment that I use to do my tutorials or to make my videos, I have links to those in the description below. Clicking on those links helps to ensure that content creators like myself are supported so that we can continue making good stuff like this for you guys free of charge. If this is your first time here, I would love to have you guys subscribe. Here in this channel, I show you how to draw your favorite characters and easy to follow, simple step-by-step instructions. So if you guys do like what you see, please hit that subscribe button below this video. And if you guys feel like being awesome and you want to support this channel even more, I have a support button that is on the main page of my channel. I have merchandise for sale, such as this shirt right here and this mug right here. Links to those in the description. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you guys liked this video, commented below, or shared this video with your friends in social media. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and on my website, drawit2.com, where you can download a coloring page of this tutorial and my other tutorials in this channel. Again, links below. Finally, thank you once again, and as always,
stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw it too.